Hello again and welcome back to the Controversy 7. Now, what you're going to hear in this video is probably going to trigger you, and it's probably going to make you really think hard, and it's for good reason. So stay with me. Have you ever had a strange feeling about somebody, and you just can't quite put your finger upon it, but your discernment is ringing red flags and you're seeing that there is something wrong with the individual, but you just didn't know exactly what it was? Every time you see them, that same feeling comes back again. Well, when you have that weird gut feeling, don't ignore it. It is the spirit of discernment. And in this video, this is exactly what we're going to describe. There's a reason as to why many people felt that there was something off about Erika Kirk. I had no idea who she was, never even looked at her before. But when I saw her stand up for the first time to speak after the Charlie Kirk assassination, I had the strangest gut feeling that said this woman is not whom she portrays herself to be. And I have to be honest, there was something about my spirit that became angry with this woman for some reason, and I didn't know why. Until now. I can't believe that this woman is already hosting the Charlie Kirk show, talking about Charlie Kirk, selling merchandise in Charlie Kirk's name and in Charlie Kirk's honor. Here she is, smiling. Is this someone who is grieving a loved one? Is this someone who is mourning a loved one? Or is this someone who is trying hard to put on a performance, but she's a terrible actress? I want to ask you a question. If you lose the love of your life, are you going to look forward to having cameras be brought to you? Are you going to be worried about doing your makeup and your mascara? If you truly love someone and they died in the most brutal way and the whole world witnessed it, are you going to haste to go on a podcast? Are you going to be worried about the image that you portray, that you look beautiful? You see, my friends, Erika Kirk sends a signal of theatrical performance. It is all a performance. It is noteworthy to note that Charlie Kirk's own relatives and family never attended the memorial service. The emphasis on that night was Erika Kirk. But I want you to pay attention to her eyes. The Bible says that the eyes are the windows to the soul. When you look into the eyes of certain people, you can just tell what kind of spirit is in them. And I'm going to tell you without hesitation that when I look into this woman's eyes, I do not see the eyes of a saint, neither do I see the eyes of an innocent woman. I see the eyes of a devil. I see the eyes of a serpent. And this was for the whole world to see during the memorial service, when she was acting and trying to quote a Bible verse. You can clearly see that an evil spirit was the one that was behind the operation. Her eyes immediately turned as if she were possessed. And many people have pointed out, and rightfully they have the right to point out, the lack of emotion, the lack of empathy in the woman's expression. And I know that there's many people who are going to say, well, people grieve differently, blah, blah, blah. Okay, are you well aware that she is already back on Turning Point podcast, and they began to launch the Charlie Kirk show? And look at the expression on her face and everybody else there. And they're talking even about the late Charlie Kirk, and not a single worry, not a single one of them gives the vibe that something tragic happened. Somebody who they loved so dearly has perished in the most brutal way, but they seem to be laughing and acting like everything is perfect. You can't tell me that this is the face of a grieving widow. It's all theatrics. But you know what is not theatrics? Her past, her history, and her connections.
The first runner-up is a very important position because in any event that the winner cannot fulfill her duties, including winning Miss USA, the first runner-up will take over. The first runner-up. Scottsdale, Caitlin Willenchik. That means your new Miss Arizona USA 2012 is Erika Franzve.
Now, because we want to know who Erika is and her history and her past, we must begin with her mother. Who is her mother? Well, Erika Kirk's mother goes by the name Lori Franzve, and she is the CEO of a major security company called E3 Tech Group, and they have defense contracts, and she had contracts and still has contracts with the government operating for the Department of Defense, and also operates with big names like NASA. Now, I played for you this clip of Erika winning this beauty pageant in 2012 for a reason, because that beauty pageant was owned by Donald J. Trump. Now make note, this is before she had met Charlie Kirk. She was about 17 years old at the time of her winning this beauty pageant. After this, she, at the tender age of 17, would then go to Romania and then open a ministry called Romanian Angels. And this ministry, and this was a children's ministry that also was receiving funding and receiving aid from the US military. At the time of their operation in Romania, there was an unusual activity that was detected by the Romanian government, which then forced the government to end up shutting down Romanian Angels and to kick off the Americans who were operating at that site because children were going missing. Now, again, this is allegedly, it's allegations. But think about the names. The colonel that was actually featured in this video, his name was actually among the names that was brought up concerning child, trafficking and children disappearing in general. These are the people that she was working with. And it's quite interesting that she was connected to Trump, and Trump's name is connected to Epstein, and Epstein's name is linked with the country that has a hexagram for its symbol on its flag. You know what I'm talking about. So I want to make you think about something here. You've got a 17-year-old beautiful young lady who is the face of this ministry, Romanian Angel. She is the CEO of this ministry, and through her you've got big names behind her like Trump, and Trump is linked with Epstein, and Epstein is linked with so many billionaires. My brothers and sisters, this was an agent in operation, and she also has the rings in her hand that belongs to Freemasonry. And I'm going to point this out to you as well. Charlie Kirk, before he met Erika, or before they were brought together, I have no reason to believe that they accidentally just bumped into each other. It was orchestrated for them to be together. Why do I say this? Well, think about it. Charlie Kirk, before he stepped up on the scene, his father was the architect that actually helped build or design Trump Tower. So Trump Tower was made by the help of Charlie Kirk's father. Wait a second. So now we've got Trump linked with Charlie Kirk's dad, and you've got Trump linked with Erika Kirk through his beauty pageant, and her mother has been linked to the government through the Department of Defense. And both Erika Kirk and her mother, they also have connections with Israel. Then you've got Charlie Kirk, him and his family also are linked to Israel as well, and they all are connected through Trump and here they are brought together. Wait a second. Are you beginning to see that nothing is accidental? It was not an accident. It was all by design. I have to admit that from what I have been researching so far, I am getting fake vibes from this entire thing. I'm getting fake vibes from Erika Kirk. I'm getting fake vibes that their whole entire marriage may have been nothing more than a show. This whole video was actually 20 minutes long, so I just pretty much am splitting it in half. So make sure that you stay tuned for part 2.